Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Metro Exodus Sam Story DLC, a Man of Principle trophy walkthrough. And this is episode 5, which I have named Trapper. And Trapper is not only a character in the old beloved series MASH, it is also the name of a trophy slash achievement if you're playing this on Xbox that you will unlock by the end of this video. So the first thing we are gonna do before we head out into this building is go over to this workbench and make sure that we have 5 Molotovs in our inventory. Because this mission starts the morning after the night before. And Sam is sporting one hell of a hangover. Probably, most likely. From drinking moonshine. I can't get over that. Moonshine and fish oil. Because I've gotten blasted on tequila a few times in my life and had some hairy hangovers, but that must be brutal. But either way, the captain has asked us to reset 5 traps throughout this building. This is the first one, and you need a Molotov for each. You can find Molotovs throughout this level. There are more than 5 Molotovs. But I like to create to make sure that I have 5 in my inventory before I start venturing out, just as a precaution to be on the safe side. But if you have insufficient materials to create your own, you will be able to find enough out here. So be aware of that. And resetting all 5 traps will not only unlock the trophy called Trapper, and it will also give you a good karma point, which will work towards the A Man of Principle trophy. So make sure to not miss out on that. And also in this building we are gonna pick up another Night Hunter stash. And once again I have lost track of which one in the order this is. I think this is the 4th one. Not 100% sure, but it doesn't really matter, because as long as you pick it up and keep following this walkthrough, we will get all of them. And something that is quite interesting in this level is in going through this building. I talked about in the first episode that this game has brutal loading screens, and that is not the only problem it has. Because I talked about that every time I started up this game, when I went into the main menu and pressed continue, I would spend 5 minutes waiting for the game to load in. And when a game takes 5 minutes to load in, you would assume that it will flow perfectly after you get into the game, and that is not always the case. And it becomes really apparent in here. Because something you can see if you watch this video closely is that it has a really tough time rendering in textures. I think it's really obvious when we get to the second trap, because you will see, because all the traps are numbered. I don't know if I said that already. But you will see the numbers getting sharper when I get closer. Or you see this billboard or graffiti or whatever it is. No, it's some kind of mosaic on the wall. Super blurry, and when I get close to it, suddenly it's razor sharp. And I don't know why that is. If that is just a problem with the game, something they may patch out, or it might be that something went wrong when I downloaded it and installed it. I haven't tried reinstalling it because I don't find it to be such a big issue, so it's worth it. It's not like it's a game-breaking glitch. But I think it's really weird, since this is an expansion to the 3rd game in the series. This is the 2nd expansion to the 3rd game in this series. And it suffers from so many problems at times. But I'm not gonna rant on about that. The reason, you may have noticed that I'm running around seeming a little bit lost. And that is, I was a little bit unsure because, as I said, there is a Night Hunter stash in this building, and you can see my universal detector showing that there is good stuff really close. And I got a bit confused. By the way, here is the second trap. You saw the X on the ground becoming sharper after a few seconds. But the Night Hunter stash that I was talking about, that is one floor down. And that is the problem with the universal detector. It just shows you that good stuff is close, but it doesn't show you how it is located in towards your... I can't remember the word I'm looking for. How it relates to your position is not the correct term, but it's fucking close enough. Hopefully you get what I mean. It will not show you if it's below you or above you. That's the point I'm so desperately trying to make. But something to know about these traps. First of all, it doesn't matter in what order you set them. You can set them in whichever order you find them. You will see me going through them 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go through them. First time I think I did 1, 5, 3, 4, 2, because that's the order I found them in. And it doesn't matter. Do it in whichever order that tickles your fancy, as long as you set all 5 before you leave. And that will unlock the good karma point, and it will also unlock Trapper. And in here is the Night Hunter stash I was looking for. You see that marking on the wall, the skull with a gas mask, which is the symbol of the Night Hunters. And to get into that stash, we need to go over here. We're gonna move this painting with our foot. And this is the stash. The thing I just picked up, I think that is the reinforced helmet, which will increase Sam's armor, so to speak, which will allow you to take a bit more of a beating, and I recommend that you equip it. I'm not totally sure that that was the one, but I know there is one throughout this game. And Sammy does have a few upgrades for his armor, or whatever you can call it, his uniform. Much like Artyom's, he doesn't have as many as Artyom did. But which ones you equip or unequip is completely up to you. I have not included which ones I put on or take off because I just go for personal preference. The only one I'm gonna tell you or recommend that you put on is of course the reinforced helmet, and a bit further on, I think it's in the next episode, we will find the ammo pouches vest, I think it's called, which allows you to carry more ammo. And here is trap number 4.
Just one trap left now.
And Sam will also give you updates. Whenever you set a trap, he will say like, yeah, that's the first one down, 2 down. Now he said there's only 1 trap left, so it will allow you to keep track of how many traps you have set. And as soon as you set the last one, I think the very second you set the last one, the trophy trapper will pop. So don't leave before that unlocks. And in here, of course, as I've said so many times before, hopefully you don't find me too naggy. Of course, loot through everything. This place is quite packed with good stuff. And the last trap is down at the bottom of this staircase. And this staircase, you can go up and down. In there you see trap number 1. And for some reason I had missed that that corpse could be looted. don't know why. So you can backtrack throughout this building. If you get down to the last one and you realize the trophy doesn't pop, just go back up the staircase, because everything is really easy accessible. And this is the last one. I'm struggling a little bit to set it. Yes, I was on the wrong side of the doorway. So that is the last one. He calls the captain and gives him an update on the situation, and you should see the white flash anytime now. There we have it. And that will tell you that you have unlocked a good karma point, and we are one step closer to a mana principle, and at this point we will have unlocked Trapper. But that is the end of episode 5, and I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.